painting at home with a file in hand, blinging up tipsy, got the sleuthing planned. Nails by Miss T, I craft and I slay, with true crime tales while we polish all day. Charms, chrome killers, and glue, DIY nails with a crime-loving crew.
Hey everyone, it's T. How's it going? It has been a hot second since I have done a video. It's been probably 2-3 weeks, to be truthful with you. Been going through some stuff personally and trying to get my way out, but I decided today was a good day to record a video and put some more nails on and let y'all watch that process, and then go ahead and design them together. So we are going to use this Luihwa. I mean, look at that. It's so beautiful, right? So we're going to use that. I'm also thinking about putting this Born Pretty on underneath that, just maybe like ombre it up the nails, not all the way, because I want these to have clear tips. And then I have this 3D carving that I was gifted from Saracen. Sarah was sweet enough to send it to me. I have this, got that one, and this pearl white. When she sent me these, there are 2 of the purple, so this will be a giveaway, and 2 of this moonstone that I have not opened, but one of them will also go in a giveaway. So that's kind of what we're going to start with today, but first we're going to put some nails on. I went ahead and I've been having some issues lately, and I'm not sure what the deal is, so I went ahead and etched these myself. We are still going to prime them, but I wanted to etch them as well. I want them to stay on. So with that, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay, we are back and we have nails on, and we are going to do my favorite trick to cover up where the nail bed ends. Is we are just going to use a little bit of, I think we're going to go with this one today. And I just put a little bit on a sponge. Forgot to grab my, forgot to grab my palette. I stamp it on the palette. And all we're looking to do is just kind of blur that area right there. Nothing too crazy. I just like to blur it out so you can't see it as well. I'm not even going to go all the way down on the nail. Just over where that tip ends, or the nail bed ends. Because it drives me crazy. I don't like what that looks like. That's just because I do not like what that looks like. And you know I love my more transparent looking nails. Okay, we're going to put that in, let that cure for 30 seconds, move this out of the way because we're going to have to do that on the other hand as well. And then what we're going to do is we are going to do a base of this. It is the Born Pretty BG 127. So it is their base gel 127. And we're just going to actually kind of ombre that up a little bit. I don't want to go all the way to the end of the nail, so you'll see what I'm talking about. So we're just going to, and it's a nice jelly, so it's easy to ombre out. But it's going to give us a little bit of the blue I want underneath that Luihwa polish that we're going to use, which is just stunning. It's funny, I was watching, like I said, it's been a been going through some stuff lately, but I was watching one of my videos where I did the haul for this because people were commenting on it. It just went public. So I went back to look at the timestamp of some of the comments so I could make sure I was responding appropriately. And I just forgot how beautiful this color is. So I was like, okay, we need to use that. I'm going to grab my ombre brush that I like to keep at the handy and just kind of pull the ends up a little bit. I don't want any harsh lines anywhere. I'm just pulling that blue up just very sloppily. As you can see, I'm not taking like all this crazy time to ombre it. It is such a light gel. Transparent gel, I guess is more better way of saying it. That it's just super easy to do it. All right, we are going to give that 30 seconds in the lamp. And then I may do one more coat of that. But this is the Luihwa we're going to use. And I just think it is so freaking gorgeous, this color. Look at that. Oh. And it's a cat eye, so it's going to be pretty. What I need to do is put a base coat on this so it is a nice smooth surface. Give it a little bit of a buff, and then we'll go in with the Luihwa. So I think we're going to do our Glitterama base coat. I like that one. Not too thin, not too thick. And like I said, I'm just going to give it a nice base coat over the whole nail. We'll then give it a little bit of a buff to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then go in with our cat eye. What I want to then do once I put the Luihwa, I want to use some of these 3D carving, and I want to put these little stamps and just like make some just abstract design in the 3D. Okay, so there we go. We're going to get out a wipe this down, get the sticky surface off. Just isopropyl alcohol, just taking the sticky off. I'm going to grab my buffer and buff them really quick. And then once I get done buffing them, then I will wipe them down one more time to make sure we got all of the dust off, and we will go in with our cat eye. So just a real quick buff, nothing crazy. So I'm mainly keeping my buffing through this area where my ombre is to make sure that that is nice and smooth. And we'll take a look at what we have. So this is where we are sitting currently. We're now going to get our Luihwa out. Ooh. And again, oh, I mean, come on. I want to make sure I'm ombreing this up, remember. I'm not going to cover the whole nail. At least not on this set. I've decided. But damn, this color is gorgeous. Okay. Grab our ombre brush. And we're going to just smooth this out all the way to the end of the nail with the ombre brush. So it's nice and thin up there. I'm going to grab, oh, because remember, this is a cat eye. I want the main part of my sparkle kind of like right there. Gosh, it's just so dang pretty. All right, we're gonna give that a flash and do the same thing on the other 4 nails. So this is what we have so far. I'm loving it. Let me grab a wipe here so we can wipe them down. Yeah. Take that off. So the blue is coming off. All right, so this is what we have. We're gonna give it a base coat again, like I said, just a clear base coat. Okay, so this is where we are sitting right now. And I think I'm gonna do a combination of, let me grab, I think I'm gonna do a couple of different colors, but I think we're definitely gonna use, oh gosh, yeah, we're for sure using that. And I'm just going to roll it in a ball, and then we're going to kind of make that sucker out. Oh God, look at that. That is so effing pretty. And all right, I'm going to pick this up. Carefully, hopefully, give it one little roll to kind of have it all the same thickness again. Okay, and I'm going to just put this on the nail and let it kind of go where it wants to go. So and then we are going to choose one of these. Okay, kind of like this one. So it's a flower, right? And I'm just going to press it in to the gel that we put on the nail. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. So we're gonna put that in the lamp. I'm excited. I think I'm gonna use the same, well, I might switch it up and use different ones. The butterfly might come out kind of interesting. So we're going to take this, right? Roll it out just a bit, not a lot. It's going to go down here on the nail. And we are going to take that butterfly one and just start pressing it into it. So now that one, I feel like the butterfly shape is almost too, maybe we'll do this. We're going to smooth it out a little bit and see if we can get it more, I guess, higher up. I pushed it down too hard. I want more of a kind of a 3D look like that. And then I'm going to take and yes, do the flower in it. I think the flower was the one that comes out the best on that one, at least. Let's see. I just want it to be kind of like odd shapes on there. Perfect. So I think we're going to switch. These are the three we're going to use. I am just giving that, I just want to give it a good 15 seconds so that nothing moves. All right. So let's put the lid on here. Let's do this one next. Ooh, it's got some white in it. This is going to be interesting. Okay, and I do like that one actually. Okay, let's do a little white ball. These are going to be some crazy nails. Up here. We're going to do this one again because I liked it. And then I think I want a little bit of white on this one right there. Okay, I feel like that is rather funky. Funky, funky, funky. Okay. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. So, what I'm talking about is, like, not all of it, but like, going around some of our shapes. Maybe not all of them, but with just a little bit of a liner to kind of make them just a little bit more of an interesting embellishment on the nail. Oh, yes, I like that. I think that finishes it off quite nicely. So we're gonna slowly go around all of these. Making sure I cover everything. These are some of the craziest nails I think I've ever done. I got inspired by going to Pinterest and searching weird nails. That's what I was wanting to do, something very me, but weird, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but that was the goal. Oh, these are so crazy. Let's just at least get this done. So we can. Okay, so here's what we are working with. Insane, crazy, but it is what it is. Weird.
Fixing colors, designs on the go. In a world where mysteries glow.